Good morning. Welcome to Story Time. My name is Tink Jackson, and I am so happy you all are here. What's it doing out today? You're right, it's snowing. What are some of the fun things you like to do when it snows? You like to go throw snowballs? That's a fun thing to do. Snow angels, they're really fun too. Oh, a snowman? So fun to do. Well, today our story is about a little boy named Peter who liked to do the same things that you like to do in the snow. But before we start, there are two words I'd like for you to know. The first one is cause, and the second one is effect. Something causes something else to happen. And as we read our story today, I hope that you will remember these two words and think about them, because we'll talk about them later. Our story today is written by a man named Ezra Jax Keat, and he also illustrated this book. This little medallion right here is called the Caldecott Award, and it's given to illustrators who do exceptionally cool work. The Snowy Day by Ezra Jax Keat. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Why was there all this snow? You're right, it had snowed during the night. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. He walked with his toes pointing in like this. Have you ever made footprints in the snow? Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks. And he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. It was a stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. Down fell the snow, plop, on top of Peter's head. What caused the snow to fall down on his head? He hit the tree with a stick. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight. But he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. So he made a smiling snowman, and he made snow angels. He pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great, big, tall, heaping mountain of snow and slid all the way down. He picked up a handful of snow, and another, and still another. He packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. And he thought and thought and thought about them. What is it that he's thinking about? You're right, his adventures in the snow. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. You're right, it melted. He was very sad. While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up, his dream was gone. The snow was still everywhere. New snow was falling. After breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall and they went out together into the deep, deep snow. Where do you think Peter and his friend lived, that they lived across the hall from each other? You're right, they lived in a big apartment building in a great big city, but together they could go play in the snow. Now I have some activities for us to do. For our little friends, we're going to make this little picture of Peter with some snow falling on his head. So you'll find a piece of blue paper, a red piece of paper, and a brown paper, and some cotton balls over there on the table. For our bigger friends, they're going to make a cause and effect flip book. The causes and effects are written on this paper, and I have glue and scissors on the craft table. Please join me over there, and thank you for coming today.